Yo, who's ready for some big overload shaman? Hell yeah. Play some Ragnaroses, copy them.
Rastakan versus Gerash. Victory or death. You stand before King Rastakan.
Warrior. I guess I keep schooling for a more aggressive warrior. Love instrument tech. Alright, I don't think it's going to be an aggressive deck. They are drawing cards. That was only a 1-2, you know, right? Do I even want to make totems in this matchup? My criminal lineup stuff does need 4 board slots. And if I'm playing Abusive Sergeant on Alakir, I need 5. I guess a totem is fine. But I also kind of want to play, they have to kill my Pack the House stuff. I'll make a totem. Pozic, Control Warrior. Oh, this makes me overdraw. Okay, not a big deal though. Alright, this was fine. They are riffing. Man, this hand is not good. Well, I want to pack the house next turn, so I don't want to play Command of Neptulon. That is so greedy. Only 1 card off this Voon. Could go Command of Neptulon plus Altered Chord here. I think that's pretty decent. And then I still have mana to pack the house next turn. What's the craziest thing Pack the House can summon? I don't think it hits any chargers. Maybe like a Cairn Bloodhoof or the new card that's basically Cairn. The Has-Been. Did they forget to make a band? Am I missing something? Selfish shellfish. Maybe I am fatigue shaman. You know what? If the shellfish lives, I'll play criminal lineup on it. Okay. I'm glad it didn't live, so I didn't have to actually do that. I don't know, it might have been kind of sick, though. Force the opponent to draw 6 extra cards. I did super lose this brawl, by the way, which sucked. But that's okay, because we have another one. Harkener is pretty good. What is this warrior doing? So the Jazz base is up to a 5 mana discount, which, that's enough for the Ragnaros setup, not enough for the Alakir setup. Oh, a non-finale'd Rip. Oh. Finale'd Tony. I can criminal line up this thing, but, probably not too relevant. I could steal a card from my opponent's deck with shield block here, but I think I want a card from my deck still. But what if I hit Snapshot? That'd be kind of sick. I just want a card from my deck, though. Overdraft. I think this probably just gets traded here. Jive. Alright, so I can bolt to clear out one of my own minions, and then Jive, hit with the weapon, and criminal lineup. That does only 2. Could have hero powered to kill this thing, maybe? Okay, they were dead. But they conceded, how rude. That was definitely a pile of cards we played against there. Control priest, please. I don't think I keep Jive. Maybe I keep Command of Neptulon. Is that a good card? I really just want to find the weapon though, don't I? Schooling is great depending on the matchup. And we got the cringe matchup. Oh. We got an interesting matchup actually. I always forget, is Mind Eater from your opponent's deck to your hand? Okay, so it's not this garbage.
Go with the flow.
That's for sure a low roll for the opponent. We love instrument tech. Maybe even should have coined instrument tech here, actually. But I think this is fine. Why are you playing Renathal? I just don't understand.
The storm is in.
Sucks to play 2 1-mana overloads and then draw Jazz Base, but I think it had to be done.
This may just be my best song yet.
Wow. Is this undead? Yeah. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Overdraft does 3 damage because of this. Not really sure it's worth casting. I do have... Oh wait, these lightning storms do only overload for 1. Oh wait, maybe I just lightning... Oh, I want to get the Jazz Base in play though. But lightning storm is quite good here.
For my glory.
I guess it's fine to trade this off, because it just gets hero powered anyway. So the little 3/2 spell damage guy is not very valuable.
You are the shadow's puppet.
I can whack this and storm, but I would like to hit something else. Pack the house. Alright, I'm overloading here, so I'm not going to be able to pack the house next turn. But I can go Storm Altered Chord next turn and then just pack the house the turn after that, which I think is fine. Or I guess if I really wanted to, I could whack with the weapon and play pack the house next turn. I think that is actually kind of reasonable, but probably not great.
This may just be my best song yet.
I feel like packing the house is actually just so reasonable here. But it's gotta just be this. That's an easy command of Neptulon here. This Jazz base, okay, it's not that big still, only 3. But hey, that means I could pack the house and Lightning Storm next turn.
It's all in your head.
Play around the double fish on the 2 damage, 2 health minion. Overdraft. I mean, Overdraft does deal 3 here. Might just be good for tempo. I could also just Storm and then trade Overdraft, but probably want to kill the 5/3. Egwin. I only need this to be 6 to be able to play Alakir Criminal lineup in the same turn for 24 damage. Their first Ghost Rider card. Alright, that's a good enough Lightning Storm out of me.
Don't keep your thoughts to
Definitely feeling like this deck could use some more card draw. That's not a very good card for the opponent. This Inza does have spell damage, which is kind of cute. Just go ahead and heal for 8 here. And with the Inza discount, I can Alakir Jazz base next turn. But it's only 24 damage.
my new pet.
27, I guess, because the weapon hits, and then 32 if Inza hits. Sure.
Close enough.
Alright, not lethal, but should hopefully be pretty hard to deal with. And then I do have this other Jazz base to set up for my next criminal lineup. It's really not... I actually don't even have to play anything into this, because Jive costs 4 and this costs 7. Do they have the other Shadowword Undeath? Because that would do it. Not sure what 3 mana could do here. Looks like they're dead. Let's go, Alakir. Let's see if this deck can play some more card draw. I already had a tough time slimming the deck down this much. Prescience is not very good because I play like a bunch of 1-drops. Farsight's an okay card. I don't think I really have any Acolyte of Pain synergies. I've seen that some of these play Metronome. I do play a lot of 1s. And then that does draw into Ancestral Knowledge. That's kind of cute, actually. Maybe Metronome is good. And then there's Famished Fool, obviously. Metronome is a cute idea. Maybe with Metronome I cut Instrument Tech? Maybe I cut Overdraft. Overdraft feels kind of mediocre. Maybe I even play another Abusive Sergeant over Overdraft just because of type. Can get Alakir up to 7 power, which is 56 damage. I mean, sometimes you need 56 damage to kill like a Blood or a Warrior. But I think one Abusive Sergeant's probably fine. I do think I looked at a list on HS Replay that played Metronome, and the Metronome was like clearly the worst card in the deck. But, you know, sometimes you just ignore statistics because it makes you feel better.
Rastakan versus Garrosh. Victory or death! You stand before King Rastakan.
Got ourselves a warrior, hopefully a control warrior. Found an early jazz base, which is nice. Alright, well we've got jazz bass jive already. Definitely save this for post jazz bass. How early can I win? I can play like Novice Zapper, Command of Neptulon by turn 6. With Jive Criminal lineup, you only need this to give 3 mana, which is pretty easy. I don't know.
I will crush you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Let's go ahead and take a Metronome card, I guess. Sometimes they can't deal with Metronome, and even if they can, I mean, it's tempo, right? That deals with it. Altered Chord is fine. I think I'm okay just swinging my Jazz Bass into the bird. If I play Ancestral Knowledge, I only have 4 mana next turn, so I won't be able to command. So let's just go Flow Rider. And we'll take Criminal lineup. The base gives me 3 mana. So at the moment I need 10 mana to cast both of these. That's a surprisingly annoying bird. But I can just draw 2 and Lightning Storm here. Now this gives me 5 mana, which means on turn 8 I can have lethal. But I need to not be overloaded, which is a little bit awkward. Okay, my opponent went a little crazy here. Kinda wish I had that Lightning Storm. I didn't think they were in Rage Warrior for whatever reason, so I felt okay using it. I might just play Pack the House this turn. This can do 6 here. Let's see if this can hit Lightning Storm. Tempo. Bone Lord. Wow. Bone Lord is kinda sick. So, from an empty board on 10 mana, I can Hero Power Jive Criminal lineup. Or I could even draw Alakir, and I have Alakir Abusive Sergeant lineup on 9. Oh, that hurts. Why is that the one card you had? Oh my god. Alright, well, the sickest taunt totem of all time. Unfortunate, but, I don't know. That game could have been pretty different if I just didn't play that Lightning Storm. I just really did not feel like they were, uh, in Rage Warrior at that point for whatever reason. I think in hindsight, it was probably just dumb for me to think that, but it made sense at the time.
Queen Ashara!
My music will wash over you.
You stand before King Rastakan.
We are up against Mage. I think I just like schooling and knowledge. So this metronome is kind of sketchy because I do only have one 2-mana card left in deck. What if I just coin metronome here? What are you gonna do about it, punk ass mage? Oh. You're gonna go face twice like an idiot? Alright, let's draw some cards. Double jazz bass. I guess the second one's not super important. Interesting. Oh, I don't play any 4-mana cards. Interesting. Maybe I should find a 4-mana card to put in the deck for situations like this. But I feel like metronome doesn't draw off 3 very often.
Your comprehension.
Where can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Time is short. Pick me! Pick me!
Alright, well that was the only card I could draw that was even kinda good. Counter spell, so I probably have to break my weapon here. This is giving me 2 mana.
For my glory.
Let's draw like this. Oh, this isn't even breaking this turn. Oh, why did I think my weapon was breaking?
For my glory.
Well, they can't abuse the Spitelash Siren if they don't have a board slot, right? And surely they don't have 6 damage from hand. So this turn I can play Lightning Storm. I still have to break my weapon. I guess I probably should have ran a fish into this last turn. I guess I can equip a new weapon and then storm. That's a glass half full kind of moment.
Nice to meet you.
All this power is mine.
What a terrible draw.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
I wonder if they take the weapon here. I am only at 10.
My blood boils for war.
Trade. That is surprising to me. This secret is just something they picked up. Well, I don't really want to risk getting counterspelled here. This is up to 5 mana already. Alright, I'm probably just dead here. They can get a light show that does a pretty good chunk of damage, although they got a vast wisdom. 5 mana to cast 3 spells. Alright, sure. I might have thrown this game. I wasn't particularly invested after that turn.
Rastakan versus Valera.
Watch
You stand before King Rastakan.
I don't really know what Rogue is. I know Miracle Rogue was good, I'm sure it still is. Probably doesn't make too much sense to keep a Metronome, does it? It's really easy to draw 1 with Metronome, and the ones I draw are pretty good. I'll try keeping it. I don't necessarily love it, though.
The pleasure is mine.
Could coin a base. Let's just Piranha. guess I coin Inza next turn, probably. Or, I don't know. If they have nothing in play, maybe I just play Metronome plus Fish. But I think it's probably Inza.
Take two and call you in the morning.
Okay, I can kill that with Fish plus a base swing. Command of Neptulon is a great card. It does lock me out from playing Inza next turn, but I think that's okay. Probably just go Metronome plus 1-drop. Probably Fish.
We hunger for vengeance. One and two and three and four and
Alright, I'm not expecting Metronome to live here, but, you know, if it does, that'd be great.
symptoms will be severe.
I've lost track of... Actually, I don't think they have many concoctions in hand. That might be the only one.
Please slow down.
Wow, they really want to kill Metronome. Where are we at on Jazz Bass? Only 2.
You gotta let the music do the
But that's okay. Okay, there's a Jive and a lineup. So I can go Zapper, Jive for 4. These both have Overload, so this goes up to 5. So then this is 2. So I can play all of this next turn. Even if I'm overloaded for 1 already. So a very good chance I have lethal, because I only need 3 rag shots to go face. I have Weapon and Inza to clear things out. Might just be a turn 7 lethal. Or maybe I'm dead to Draka here somehow. Seems pretty tough, though.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
Alright, let's reevaluate things. This is 3, 4, 5. So this is 2 mana. So this should just be lethal.
The storm is
That's a turn 7 quadruple Ragnaros lethal. Nice. Definitely didn't expect it to come down that early, but I did have pretty much the god draw. Had the weapon on 3, Inza on 6, I think? 5? I don't know. it worked out pretty well.
Rastakan versus Rokara.
I'm not too young to rock.
You stand before King Rastakan.
Got ourselves a warrior. No reason to keep any of this, I think. Got the Jazz Bass and the Inza. Love to see those. I thought my last warrior opponent was control, so I lightning stormed a single minion, and then they were in rage warrior, and I really regretted it. So, might be a little careful with this storm.
I do so. I seem to have lost the surface.
That's an early Finley. Without having a, like, from the depths or something. This turn kind of sucks. I don't think I even want to use the weapon on this 1-3. It's just a 1-3 after all.
A diet high in iron.
You gotta let the music do the magic.
Could bolt base into the 2-5. I don't really want to overload here, because on 6 mana I can metronome draw 2. Although I might not have hand space for that actually, because all of the 2s I can draw also draw cards on their own. Oh wait, I can just play Lightning Storm as my 2 actually. So metronome, fish, storm. That seems pretty decent.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Oh, that can draw a 2-mana storm from my deck. That does make sense in hindsight. Alright, 2 on this Jazz Bass, and I have no combo cards in hand, not even an Abusive Sergeant. That's okay. I have Ancestral Knowledge, and... well, it doesn't matter if Metronome lives, because... oh wait, no, that still draws... no, I don't have a 4 cost to draw off Metronome. I meant to look for a 4-drop to add, but I forgot. I'll look after this game. So I'm pretty tempted to run a bunch of fish into that. I guess I don't mind putting the damage on this, but chip damage is kind of nice, because my biggest combo only does 40. So I might just run some fish in. Takes 3 fish to kill this, which means 4 mana, because I have to cast Schooling. Do it like this, because hand space is an issue. And then I suppose we are ending on a Flow Rider, which did not hit Criminal lineup, unfortunately. Maybe could have just played Novice Zapper here, but I don't know. I don't expect a board to stick versus Warrior. Maybe I should, though. Warrior has some garbage clears at the moment.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Pick me! Pick me!
Another Metronome. It does only draw one card. Oh, wait. When Metronome draws 4, it can draw Command of Neptulon that's been Inza'd. Wait, is that how I drew this Jive? I don't even remember. Well, it doesn't matter now. I have 10 cards in my hand. Let's go Zapper Storm here, probably.
Form is in me.
One and two and three and four and
Let's just make sure this doesn't draw before I... Okay, commit to playing Flow Rider.
Oh, with the flow!
Where did my criminal lineups go?
Double time!
This is up to 6, and I can spend 0 mana on 2 bolts to get it up to 8. So this Jazz base is essentially maxed out.
Anybody?
I just need to draw a win condition. And also with double bolt plus the Jazz base hit, a quad rag turn does 41 damage. And then Alakir turn with Abusive Sergeant does 49. So I do have a lot of damage. Wow. Oh, okay. That is a bit of a board clear, actually. I feel like you probably kill spell damage here. Scared of the Metronome. Probably shouldn't be.
Deloa, speak to me.
If I play 2 fish, I have a 3 and a 1. Let's value trade. Do that. Alright, sure, this is fine. What if I just have Alakir? Well, I kind of have to draw. I have to draw a criminal lineup anyway. So it's hard to imagine an unbuffed Alakir coming down soon.
A diet high in iron.
Do I have lethal with just my current hand? I have Command of Neptulon here. 16. 22. Oh, I just have lethal. I didn't have lethal last turn, did I? It was lethal without Ragnaros. Cool, I guess. How are we doing so far with this deck? I'm 5-2. I think... Not sure how much of that is on recording. I think 4-2 on recording.
Rastakan versus Valera.
Watch
You stand before King Rastakan.
I'm not sure if I should keep Ancestral Knowledge. I'd rather hit Instrument Tech, but there's not much else I'd rather hit. Probably... Oh, Schooling is good. Probably want to save these knowledges for turn 4 after the Jazz base comes down. Party Animal. I've seen that this deck exists, but I don't know anything about it. It does have a lot of pirate stuff. I don't know, it just looks like a pretty basic aggro deck, to be honest. I can overload 2 next turn. That means that... Let's see, turn 5, I'd only have 3 mana. I think I can double overload into coin Pack the House, maybe? If I single overload... I don't think I can single overload into coin Pack the House. Wait, does that make sense? I'd be on 3 mana next turn. This gives 3 discounts, so this would be 4, so I could coin it. Or I can Storm. This gives 2 mana. So this would be 5. Wait, yeah, I could just Storm coin it.
For my glory.
What if I go, like, coin Inza? I don't know if coin Inza makes that much sense. I don't know if I'm thrilled with the way I've played this.
There be no treasure 6 feet.
But Pack the House on turn 5 is just really good, right?
Raise me hearty.
Ouch.
Boosting beatings per minute.
Lowrider. How many spells do I even play? This is guaranteed to draw a spell, right? I have 9 spells in deck. Command of Neptulon would be really good. Altered Chord, Lightning Storm. Maybe even Schooling.
Deloa, speak to me.
This deck actually doesn't play that much damage. Fuck it, let's back the house. Looks like I got a rush minion, which is really, really good. 3 low rolls, but the 1 high roll I got was extremely good. Krabito is like the 1 card they have that does damage. But I'm not dead here. I can Flow Rider into Altered Chord, maybe.
Go with the flow.
Unfortunate. Okay, Taunt Totem's good, and they don't appear to have lethal anyway. They did play their best burst option with Krabatoa. So I need to just dodge... I guess a Concoction is the scariest thing at this point. So I probably just go double Ancestral Knowledge, try to find healing next turn. So I don't just die to Concoction or like Fillet Fighter plus Astalor. That is a lot of board. Oh, the best card in my deck. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. I don't think... maybe if they drew Astalor, they could have still won that game, but I don't think they could have done much there. Nice. Doing pretty well. Oh, wait. Do I want to put a 4-cost card in the deck? Could just throw in a Brass Elemental. It's a pretty okay card. Could just play Pazik, because that card is really silly. But if I'm drawing it off Metronome, it's not coming down on turn 4. It's just not very good, I think. I can just always play a School Teacher. School Teacher is a pretty silly card that tends to just generally be good. Wonder if I can find any stats for Brass Elemental. Is it actually a good card? Oh wow. Drawn win rate 40%. What deck are people playing this in? Okay, they're playing it in Totem Shaman. Maybe not the best fit for it. What even is this deck? Okay, I don't think any of these stats are reliable. But do I even want to play a Brass Elemental? What would I cut for it? Maybe Overdraft? It's really in the deck just so I can sometimes draw it off Metronome. How good is School Teacher in Shaman? Whoops. That's not how you spell spell. Definitely some strong cards. I feel like School Teacher might just be better. What does this say? Overload while equipped, so Noggling should affect this, which is nice. I think School Teacher is just better. Can I put another School Teacher in the deck? Might have to cut, like... I don't know. I don't really want to cut anything else. I kind of want to play another abusive sergeant too. But that's probably not very reasonable. It makes for a really sick Alakir turn. But also it's just like kind of good with piranhas. And totems and Command of Neptulon. Maybe I can try to sneak in another sergeant. But I just don't know what I could possibly cut for it. It'd have to be like Lightning Bolt. Which is maybe fine. I don't know. It's very possible I just made the deck worse. And it's also very possible the school teacher thing is just too cute. But the thing is, like, is it ever really that bad to have a school teacher in your deck? Isn't it like the second best card in the game? It's the second most played card in the game, behind Astalor. Oh, at low ranks, it's more played than Astalor.
Rastakan versus Sylvanas.
I will never serve.
You stand before King Rastakan.
Got ourselves a Hunter. Not sure if I want to be drawing cards on turn 2 against Hunter. Need to find Schooling or Instrument Tech, which Instrument Tech is drawing cards, but it's not exactly the same. I think maybe if I didn't have Lightning Storm, I would just play Novice Zapper here. But even then, Schooling is probably the better card. Alright, I'll leave the Overload here and then turn 4 Zapper Storm, maybe. That is a large monkey. So I do have the option of Zapper Storm next turn, but it could also be Triple Fish Abusive Sergeant, which is 8 damage. Might be necessary to deal with the Patriarch.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Alright. Next turn might be Command of Neptulon, which is really good into a 2/5. Or maybe if this value trades, then Zapper Storm, throw in a Flow Rider could be good. Looking, Okay, yes. Please buff that one if you're gonna buff either. What if I just play Ragnaros? Command of Neptulon is just so absolutely terrible here. No, Ragnaros, what are you doing? That's not the right target. Darn. I probably have to play Storm here, so I was kind of hoping they would get the Fox, because it would die.
The storm is in me.
There we go, Ragnaros, you're learning. Oh, you gotta kill this 3-2, or you're gonna get stormed again. Oh, that's so sad for you. That's so sad for you.
Go with the flow.
I'll take the heal. Probably didn't think about it enough, but that's okay. My opponent's at 11, and I do have 12 damage worth of weapons in hand. But it does take a while to pump out all that damage, of course.
A kraken?
Oh, can I be... Okay, I'm not dead. What? It's not a real play. Jazz Bass is lethal here alongside Altered Chord. I guess the easier way to do it is with Command of Neptulon. Boom! And with a missed rag shot. I thought I was going to lose the game to that missed rag shot. I need a potty break. Alright. Well, I will say the second abusive sergeant I added was pretty good that game, right?
Rastakan!
Oh, and here's where my win streak ends.
The light heals all wounds.
You stand before King.
It's okay, we had a good run. 7-2, about to be 7-3. Can't complain too much about a 70% win rate. Maybe it's Big Paladin. Which honestly is probably a pretty hard matchup for me as well. Because they have so much lifesteal, and the Anoia troop is insanely good against Ragnaros. No turn 1 play. What does that mean? What if I play 2 fish to set up for a safe metronome next turn? And then I can fish 2-drop with metronome.
I will not be rushed.
Not totally convinced this is the right play. But this does seem like a pretty reasonable way for me to find my jazz base soon.
Reporting for duty.
I'm a little worried I might be getting coin True Silver championed. Found Enza though, which is super, super good.
This is your moment.
Metronome's OP, dude.
Rastakan versus Tranda. You stand before King Rastakan.
Up against a priest. I think I can get away with keeping Enza against priest. Instrument tech is insane. Maybe I should even play 2 instrument techs. That card is really, really good. No, not Shadow Priest. Wait. The last Shadow Priest was also playing Renethal.
And close enough. It's all in your head.
What an interesting turn. I don't want to take 4 damage. I can go Instrument Tech next turn, which kind of sucks, but then I can coin Command of Neptulon. Or depending on how things look, I might coin Enza, but probably Command.
Yeah, let's go.
Tuned to perfection.
I actually think coin Lightning Storm was somewhat reasonable here. but probably not really worth it. Next turn could also be Storm Abusive Sergeant, if this instrument tech lives. And I don't really expect them to be too concerned about a 1-2. So I have a lot of options for next turn.
You are the shadow serpent.
This is looking like a storm. Actually, no, this is a command of Neptulon. Because once I kill Rowdy Fan, this thing sucks. 2-3? Pathetic. That kind of sucked.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Pretty yucky, but a Hex can be good depending on... if they play like a Shadowed Spirit or something, Hex can be pretty good.
It's all in your head.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Lightning Storm obviously is pretty good. I could also Hex this thing and then play Command of Neptulon. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. It's maybe not the best Hex target, though. Let's just do this. I don't really love giving them yet another card from my deck. It could be Ragnaros or Alakir. But it could also be like Flow Rider or Criminal lineup. Even Criminal lineup's kind of scary though, if I have to leave a Shadowed Spirit or something in play.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
A Altered Chord. I don't really know how likely I am to die this turn if I don't play Altered Chord. So I could try to get away with playing Enza. 8 health is kind of a lot. Let me actually see if I can find a Priestless real quick. I guess if I play Enza, they're not going to have Mind Seer targets unless they play their own. Wait, what is this on? Maybe I just break my weapon here.
Not be rushed. You gotta let the music do the
Yeah. Yeah, just don't value the weapon that highly. This isn't an OTK matchup, probably.
My new pet.
Well, I'm glad I healed. Because I would have been dead. Oh, and another heal? I almost feel bad. But then I don't. Aggro priests deserve no sympathy. I probably still can lose this game to Shadow Word Undeath. Not directly, but my hand is like kind of bad. But I guess I can always draw Ragnaros or Alakir. Pack the House would also be really good. That is strong. Okay. No Shadow Word Undeath. They do have to kill all my 5-power minions because I have Abusive Sergeant. And there's just no way for them to do that.
That's legit. Any questions?
Nice. Man, I'm kind of crushing at this deck right now. 9-2. This deck is insane. I'm insane for playing it. Okay, wait. I have played against 36% warriors, though. So... But one of my 2 losses is to one of the warriors. So I'd still be 6-1.
Rastakhan versus the Lich King. You stand before King Rastakhan.
Love a jazz bass. God, I hate Death Knight, but I've got my jazz bass. Maybe it's blood, and I can hit him with the Alakir Wombo combo. It is blood.
Me have bad for you.
Totem. I don't think I care enough to swing into that.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
I could Storm here. I feel like Storm... The main reason to Storm is so I can play Flow Rider. I feel like it's a low-key kind of a good card in this matchup, though. They always seem to have random bullshit in play. I've got plenty of ways to deal with random bullshit. Including Command of Neptulon, but I think I want the card draw. This could draw anything. Even Command of Neptulon. Love to see Enza, and Metronome is quite good as well. Too many cards in hand to play Schooling. Let's just make a totem.
The more you struggle, the better.
I ain't talking.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Oh, you better have an answer to this Metronome or it's gonna draw so many cards. I do want to go ahead and draw the cards. Why did they Dirty Rat with no response? Or maybe they had a response and just don't care about Metronome. This doesn't actually draw anything on its own. It draws with Metronome, of course. Yeah, I guess it's an okay altered chord. That draws a Storm. If I coin Lightning Storm, it does draw a card.
I will not be rushed.
I want to draw a card.
Why aren't you cheering?
Okay, that puts them above the weapon quadruple rag 35 damage threshold. Unfortunately, it would be very nice to have a lightning storm here. And for some reason, I don't have one. This can only heal for 2, so it's not that big of a deal.
With a Kunda spirit.
I did miss a potential card draw with my metronome here. But I feel like school teacher is not really good enough that turn.
Hey, you! Install these for me!
That is going to make me overdraw, which is extremely annoying. I have like 5 cards I really don't want to overdraw. Okay, they decided to not make me overdraw, which was nice. And what a nice card to not overdraw. How big are you? 6? So I can play 4 rags this turn. Seems like only 16 of it is likely to go face. Actually, I guess 24 of it can go face. But that's still not that much. Kind of mediocre. You do hate to see that card. Another lineup. Maybe this is a Ragnaros turn. Kill Mograine and push. What, this is 6, so this costs 2, this costs 5, that's 7. So I can play a fish alongside that. Which is cool, I guess. I can play 2 fish, actually, but that doesn't really do anything. Alright. Good amount of damage. And now I've just got to start working on this other jazz bass. I'm a little low on life myself. I have an altered chord left. And I guess Flow Rider also helps. I'm really hoping this 5/5 trades. Also, even without Abusive Sergeant, 4 Alakirs still does 24 damage. And this is discounted already, so I don't need too much out of the weapon.
Pick me! Pick me!
That is annoying. I think I have to go for Pack the House here, but it's not likely to be good enough. Oh my holy moly. Wow, that was insane. What an absolutely insane Pack the House.
The queen falls.
This is up to 2. I can bolt it up to 3 very easily.
I will not be rushed.
I don't really like whacking this 1/1 because it puts me down 1 Mograine threshold. Okay, the 1/1 dies anyway. And then I probably get ghouled into the Mograine threshold.
The more you struggle, the better.
Metronome can draw Ancestral Knowledge, which is pretty good. I have 8 cards at the top of my deck that are in a random order. So Ancestral Knowledge hitting Altered Chord is like pretty likely. I don't have nearly as much faith in this second Pack the House. I guess I don't necessarily even need this Jazz base to hit Criminal lineup for Alikir to be lethal when I have just Abusive Sergeants I can draw into. Let's just go for Metronome. Oh no, it costs 1 mana because of Enza. Oh, what a total disaster. A complete disaster. Oh, I had the Miracle Pack the house and I threw the game. Well, if I'm really desperate, I think I can go Pack the House Criminal lineup in the same turn. Maybe I hit like a Gnome Muncher. Oh, I'm just dead here though. I guess I probably, even if I was drawing Ancestral Knowledge, I probably should have just played Pack the House last turn anyway. Yeah. The Astalor is just too good.
Rastakhan versus Tyrande. You stand before King Rastakhan.
Well, I don't need Jazz Bass when I have Instrument Tech. Just an extremely solid curve, but what start of game card do they have? They have Renathal. Okay. Alright, well, I've got a Jazz Bass Ragnaros Criminal lineup hand.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Cold storage. I mean, I can cold storage an Inza if I ever draw Inza. Even like cold storage on a Flow Rider could be pretty good. I don't think anything the Priest is playing would be good.
Speak to me.
Probably. I mean, they are a Hearthstone deck, so they probably have an Astalor. That's not bad. I just don't think Hex is going to be that good. Might even cold storage my school teacher next turn, but we'll see. Wow. Oh my god, what a terrible turn for the opponent. They buffed my minion and broke their Love Everlasting on turn 4? Maybe I just sit here and let them think about it until they concede? Because that was awful.
For my glory. Any questions?
Well, I guess I'm going to cold storage my school teacher, which kind of offsets how awful it was for them to buff it, but that's okay.
Spell Zinjari.
Gotta be Farsight.
Please tell me, where am I?
Looking like maybe a triple fish Farsight knowledge turn. Pretty bad Farsight. This is at 2. Can get it up to 3 easily with Zapper. But we're not close to it being lethal. Okay. I don't mind having frozen that since they just destroyed it. Wait, was it unfrozen when they destroyed it? It should have been frozen, right? Well, whatever. Hmm. My hand kind of doesn't do anything, to be honest.
Deloa, speak to me.
Play the Overload card. My opponent might just be dead to single Ragnaros next turn. So I have 4, 7, 9, 17. I think that's it.
Any questions?
I would say I got pretty solid minions overall. The low roll is definitely the Frigidara, but the Thessarian is extremely good, especially into this. So I have 6, 8, 16. don't think I ever have lethal here. This is 4. Wait, I can get this up to 5. I think I'm 1 mana off lethal here. If I play Novice Sapper to get this up to 5, this costs 3, this costs 5, so that's 8 mana. So let's just Flow Rider.
Go with the flow.
Sure. Another Abusive Sergeant. Should be lethal. Nice.
Rastakan versus Tranda. You stand before King Rastakan.
Got ourselves a priest. I think schooling does a good job against the slow priests or against the fast priests, excuse me. And then ancestral knowledge is good against the slow priests. Doesn't mean I wanted it to be an aggro priest. But when it is aggro priest, I'm happy I have schooling.
It's all in your head.
It's a little early in the game to be drawing cards.
And close enough.
So I've got Knowledge, Flow Rider, maybe a Piranha next turn. Metronome. That is concerning, but I don't actually think I'm going to do anything about it. Because I don't really want to break my weapon this early, I don't think. This is a good turn to fish into the Banshee. So I'll probably do that. Hack the house next turn. Alright, turn 5 pack the house should be good in this matchup.
You are the shadow's puppet.
And then that draws into what? Grave digging. Oh, it draws into Basilisk, which is annoying. Alright, so this costs 7. This gives me 2 free mana, so this costs 5. That means I can coin it. And I think I can play Novice Zapper for free if I want to. I probably don't want to, though. I also could just go like Zap or Storm, but that's probably better for next turn.
Double time!
Love to see Mothership. Oh, Audio Splitter gives me a criminal lineup. Probably not very good. Okay, I think that was their metronome card, right? Actually, was it? I don't know. Strong Shadow Word on Death, but they had to pass some initiative back to me.
Go with the flow!
Probably just pack again next turn. Which means I'm not playing any of my green cards because they all overload me.
My new pet!
Might be a command of Neptulon into that. So I've got command of Neptulon, or I have Storm, maybe with a Zapper. So what if I have 3 or 4 mana left? That seems kind of bad. Let's just go command of Neptulon. I am going to need to find an altered chord. But that's what ancestral knowledge is for, right?
Reverberations in the void. Death will not be a mercy for you.
Oh, altered chord, you'd love to see it. So I've got Lightning Storm.
For my glory.
This is not super clean.
The storm is in me. Reverberations in the void.
But it was pretty good. And then, once again, I have the option to pack the house next turn. Which surely hits no Muncher Ziliax.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself. My new pet! You are the shadow's puppet!
Alright.
Valera!
Watch back.
You stand before King Rastakhan.
Metronome. I do like card draw, but I don't know if it's a keep. It's kind of an expensive card draw. Jazz bass is good though. So I have jazz bass and a school teacher. But they can play a scary concoction this turn. That is not that scary. At least not yet.
The calm before
Not that scary. Alright, we've got the Ragnaros combo.
An island lo-fi is on the come up.
Miracle Rogue does play hipster sometimes. So it can still be Miracle.
Reality woven.
Where's my lightning storm? Oh. There it is. I think this is worth storming, right? Definitely not criminal lineup. Probably Command of Neptulon, since I sort of already have the cards I need for lethal. This is giving me a 2-mana discount so far. I'll do this. Clear their board, make a board of my own. And I'll be on 5 mana next turn, so I can play School Teacher plus the Noggling. Band of Knives? They already played one.
Take two and call me in the morning.
This turn has been pretty strong.
Symptoms will be severe.
This is up to 3.
choose
If I zap or bolt to deal with this, this goes up to 5. Which means this would be lethal on turn 8. If they don't have a board, which is kind of a big if.
go with the flow.
Man, if only I had just straight up drawn Command of Neptulon here, it would be really good. Take some fish, I guess.
The storm is in me.
Do I actually care about this? I think I do. But do I actually? I don't think I do. Alright, the opponent has infinite concoctions, but they're dead in 2 turns anyway, so maybe it's fine.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
I think if I get this combo off, even if it's not immediately lethal, it's really good unless they have Gigafin, which obviously they can have Gigafin.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Enza.
You gotta let the music do the magic.
Alright, Enza's really good. I kind of needed to have a minion in play for this to work previously, but now with Enza, I can just hero power play Piranha Swarmer.
Our gift of frost shields us.
So I can spend 2 mana here, which I will do. Don't Gigafin me, bro.
My hand is too full.
How many Colossals are there? 13, I think. No way it's Gigafin, right? Also, even if it is Gigafin, if they don't have a Shadow Step effect, then I can draw Altered Chord maybe. Okay, that looks pretty desperate. Oh wait, they hadn't even checked for the Colossal yet. Okay. Glug is also kind of annoying, to be honest. I mean, school teacher's the only play here. Lightning Storm?
Anybody?
Wow, these are bad. I guess it's just Zappa 2-2.
Pick me! Pick me!
Glug is still small enough to get ragged. Beautiful.
Incredible. Incredible.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
Another 1 in 13. I don't think any of the other Colossals are good enough. Maybe like Neptulon plus some other cards. That's definitely not going to cut it. Wait, my opponent's still doing things?
I get it.
I was hoping they would kill my school teacher so I could have 7 Ragnaroses in play. But that works too. I'm 11-4. I just really want Alakir to actually be good one of these games. Give me one of those warriors I was playing at the beginning, and just let me get a full Alakir combo. What, 56 damage?
Rastakhan versus the Lich King. Serve me in death. You stand before King Rastakhan.
Hopefully blood. Totem into Jazz Bass, and then we can start playing some of this overload nonsense.
And close enough. And close enough.
This is definitely a second hit with the Jazz Bass whenever it's even kind of good kind of game.
My blood for the Lich King.
Wait, what is happening? Is this like a hand buff deck or something? Hematurge is a very odd card to be playing with Double Arms Dealer. Did pick up another Jazz Bass.
Go with the flow.
And this gives me 2 mana.
I will not be rushed.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to use the weapon to cast Altered Chord here. I think the answer is no. Especially with a Storm pickup. I'm pretty scared of this deck. Hand buff stuff is, I don't have good ways to kill big hand buffed minions. Three mana off this. I can pack the house next turn if that feels right.
This may just be my best song yet.
The pack the house is going to cost 4. So I would not be able to play Altered Chord along with it. I guess I just command of Neptulon here.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
What if I draw some cards?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4
I guess at this point I'm just hoarding the weapon for a big combo. I've already drawn both weapons, so this is just a 2 mana card. This is up to 5 now. Blood Boil. This is really just blood that plays Arms Dealer, huh? Probably just trade this. But I don't know. Maybe I want to push 6. Maybe, I think doing it like this is kind of good because I push 6 damage and they might have to Soul Stealer here. In which case they wouldn't even get the 2 healing off this Water Revenant anyway, which is the main reason to trade it off. Also, this is up to 6, so turn 10, I can go Alakir Criminal lineup. I just have to make sure to not be overloaded, which is not that easy. This does not kill Cairn. But I guess weapon kills the Bane.
Pick me!
Actually, being overloaded doesn't matter, because every time I play a card like Command of Neptulon, this just gives me an extra mana. Right, so I have 9 mana next turn. Plus this is 16 mana, which is how much it costs for this. So I do have a 24 damage combo next turn. And I totemed instead of playing this instrument tech so that Patchwork is not as consistent. It's also just very possible that they heal out of range of the Alakir stuff. The weapon's an extra 3, so they need to get above 27, which is super doable. Even with this, it's super doable, because they can just play Vampiric Blood. But sometimes they're dead to Alakir. This gives me 7 mana. Very solid against whatever that deck was. Alright, I went 12 and 4. That was really good. I didn't ever get to Abusive Sergeant my Alakir, which is kind of sad. But if it didn't happen in 2.5 hours, it's probably not going to happen. What can I say?